And there we go. Happy Fund 9, happy Wednesday, and happy Insight Fest, the very first pilot of Insight Fest. And Insight Fest is about what? It's about catalysts, it's about community, it's about your proposals, your ideas. And each funding round in Project Catalyst starts with an insight sharing phase. And I think in the community, it's not really well, let's say, promoted why we have this insight sharing phase. Anybody has an idea why we have insight sharing phase on the beginning of each funding round?
Because everything changes, everything may break, everything may shake, rattle, and roll, and this catches us up with the latest, brings us together, motivates us, brings out some positive ideas and positive mojo from everybody. My thoughts.
Nice ones, definitely. Other ideas why we have insight sharing?
Those were definitely valid ideas, but I think the main one behind it is to define a collaborative approach to challenges going forward. So people in the community can come with their own take on the challenges that we as a community then submit proposals to tackle. But I think what Tom said is also very valid. It's also a time for us to reflect on what has changed maybe in the Catalyst process and how we want to move it going forward.
Points as well. And I would add maybe to it as well, insights can't be bought. Insight can be built, can be made. And we have some community members here as well, which are around in Project Catalyst already since a bunch of time. And I see faces which joined some later, and I see totally new faces as well. And when you speak about insights, also say insights is also about expertise and experience. And we have our OGs and veterans here already, which have very valid insights, and we have very new people. So insight sharing means also from this perspective then to say, hey, what insights are made already and were represented and reflected in individual experiences, and how can we share them? To create already a certain, let's say, more common collective awareness on how things are, and definitely to allocate those experiences to those who need them, the new ones as well. Because we have been on the position as well where we joined and we didn't have any insights, and it took us a bunch of time to build these insights. And now it's the time to share those insights. And how we do this is, since Fund 7, we have the challenge teams. Challenge teams are community members from Catalyst, which take the, let's say, initiative and responsibility to steward specific challenges. A challenge is a problem statement in Project Catalyst with our own fund to it, our own budget. And the proposal does nothing else than to try to address an effective solution to the problem what is provided in the challenge, for example. And there we have some really great community members which steward a bunch of those challenges. And today there are especially 3. There's Andrea and Miroslav, which will introduce the challenge of legal and financial implementations to you and have a look how the insights can be shared there. Anna Maria and Raresh will host the whole thing for dApps, products, and integrations challenge. And I will hang around in the cross-chain collaboration challenge, and we'll have a chat there. The whole thing works like usually in our course. Right now, we are in the main room. Then we will set up breakout rooms. Each of the breakout rooms is for a specific challenge, and to have the specific insights then there. What happens later is all the rooms are recorded. So co-hosts, please make sure once you are in your breakout room, record the call. So later, as usually, we upload it to YouTube. And once again, take focus on sharing the whole thing. So conserve it and publish it to the community that they can catch up with the conversations and discussions there. Next thing, proposal submission for everybody who is here to submit proposals starts on June 9th. And you are able to submit proposal until June 13th. So there are normally 3 stages: proposal submission, proposal refinement, and proposal finalizing. You can submit your proposal whenever you want in this timeline. So you have from June 9th to June 13th to submit your proposals, to refine your proposals, and to finalize your proposals for Project Catalyst Fund 9. Yes. And with that, we open the breakout rooms. And normally now you should see an item down in Zoom when you look there where we have all the beautiful faces here. And there you can choose one of the breakout rooms. When it comes to a question to which breakout room and why, choose the breakout room which fits the best to your interests. If you want to be a community advisor, a proposal assessor, or a proposer, take the challenge where you see has the best fit to you. They are kind of diverse. Well, I'll see, however. So I hope there's a spot for everyone. And with that, I open up for questions, if there are any.
I've read that the challenges have changed to categories in Fund 9. Is it correct? And if so, what is the significance of that?
This isn't anything official yet. The categories is a community initiative by George Lovebreath from PACE, which, for example, the DEPS Products and Integration Challenge was initially designed as a category. So we have the first time that the category was voted as a challenge. But for now, no, still the same challenge system like in Fund 3, Fund 4. When was it the first time? Yes. And the big changement, if this would take place, would be that you don't have specific challenges anymore, but 5 main categories which try to reflect all the needs the community has. But not on place yet, might come on place somewhere, but nothing serious there. And so, Loris, you have the answer.
Thank you for that answer. And one more question I have regarding those challenges with respect to DAOs. So what if you propose like a DAO you want to do you go to the DAO category or do you go to the DEP category?
Depends. You can go in both. Look on the challenge,
Okay.
See how it fits best. And don't hesitate to split your projects into 2 different proposals.
Okay, thank you.
Zoe.
I wanted to ask whether it is today for discussing what the challenge is about, or more like just giving insights, or is it both or anything? Is it open for anything?
Yeah, it's both, and it's open for everything.
Okay. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to clarify just because you told that the submission proposal deadline is 13th. Did I get it correct? Because I thought it's 16th. Just to clarify.
Just let me check.
At least on workflow on our idea scale, I see 16th. So just to be sure.
Let me check. Proposal submission. No, it's until 13th, not 16th.
Okay, because on Cardano idea scale, we see expires on 16th. So I don't know if it's
exact, but that's only the phase. The phase is called proposal submission. The next one is called proposal refinement. The next one is called proposal finalizing. In all of the states, you are able to submit your proposal actually.
Okay, so till which then?
June 3rd, the last day of June.
Last day of June. Okay,
Yes.
30. Okay,
yes,
not 13th. Okay, 30th. Okay, okay.
This
30,
was,
not 13. Okay.
yes, and this was confirmed today from IOHK.
Okay, perfect. So thanks for clarifying that.
Sorry, it's also in the launch guideline, launch guide on the first page. When I introduced Fund 9, it says it opens on the 8th and the deadline for submission is the 30th.
Perfect. And Tom, you have your answer.
Yeah, I don't know if this would be too long, too much, Felix, but because of the change, could you just do a quick synopsis or rundown of the categories and what they're about in a quick elevator speech?
Okay, we can definitely do it. The categories. Holy shit. Okay, funding categories by George Lovecraft. Okay, the main issue was, okay, we see very often, for example, in Fund 7, we had the case that the developer and ecosystem challenge wasn't voted, which really didn't have a nice impact on the community. In this funding round, we see, shit, there's the half of the resources only for stuff like this, like DEPS products and integrations, right? So we see a little bit, okay, as communities since Fund 3, we started already to identify which challenges are really important. We see some recurring challenges which appear all the time, like Pro Cardano, Pro Africa, which is there since almost each funding round, like developer ecosystem. And to say, oh, okay, the challenges itself is a great method to identify all these topics. And once you identified all those topics, how can you categorize and cluster them under as less as possible categories, which are able to reflect and implement all the needs, what all the individual challenges bring up. For the main reason to facilitate the overview already, because it becomes fucking difficult for anybody to catch up on 20 several challenges. It's not scalable in this regard. And the categories really provide to aim clarity and functionality to the whole thing, and to say as well, oh, okay, and then this way you can scale because whatever might happen, it fits under those main categories. The main categories, let me share my screen for a second. The main categories, they are based on community and outreach, product and integrations, governance and identity, development and infrastructure, and nurturing ideas and teams. The last one might change, but yeah. And then the question was how to allocate the budget rate on the different categories, which was there has been a voting process with the community taking place. And those categories, for example, products and integrations is one of the categories we speak about. And this is the category which was elected as a challenge now as well. The problem is it was selected twice, once as DEPS and integrations, once as DEPS products and once as products and integrations, and once as DEPS products and integrations. What led us to the situation that we had two identical challenges with two different budgets which have been voted for. So we saw already, oh, okay, there's definitely alignment that products and integrations is a challenge or category which is needed. And now in Fund 8, we have this problem that the half of the whole funding budget only sits in the merged DEPS and integrations and DEPS products and integration challenge. So right now 7.8 million in only this one challenge. I hope I was able to give a clear update on that, short wrap on this. And with that then to say, we shouldn't be in the breakout rooms anymore. We shouldn't be in the main room anymore. We should move into the breakout rooms. So I stopped to record.